I'm just tired of these females who cooked after 30. They're 34, 35. Man, you got to throw it out.
Rivah TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So I actually saw this in the wonderful world of TikTok, and I had to bring the conversation right here so we could talk about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play, pause play, and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinions of his whole point of view of women being cooked after 30.
I'm just tired of these females who cooked after 30. I'm going to say it like that. Cooked.
Okay, so you're personally attacking me, so I would like to know.
How am I attacking you?
Because I'm after 30, so I'm cooked.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
I'm crying.
Yes, dog. Listen, dog. Guys is over here like, yo, prime is 25 to 30. Let's keep it 100.
But let me say this. I hear exactly what you're saying, right? I've heard it before. People have said it. Women age like milk, men age like fine wine. I've heard it 1,000 times, right? For me personally, I'm going to say this. Maybe I am cooked. But you know what? I'm cooked and it tastes delicious because I was not given what it needed to give when I was in my 20s. I didn't know my body. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know how to fuck. I didn't know how to I didn't know how to throw it back. Now I could do all of those things plus more. I understand who I am as a woman. My emotional maturity is here. And at the end of the day, I know that it feels like there's women who are jaded because they've been with so many men and now they're cooked. I understand that perspective. But personally, for me, I feel so into my bag as a 30-year-old.
All the things that she's talking about is adding to experience, right? And so there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with the fact that, you know, you're more experienced, you know yourself more, you're more sure of who you are, you know, at a space that you're not kind of second guessing things, you have the confidence, because confidence 100% matters. So there's nothing absolutely wrong with anything that she's saying, but you not having that experience when you were younger and knowing that now does not speak for the majority of the experiences that are out there. That's number one, right? And number two, this is why it is, you know, there's a conversation that like, hey, like it is more important for as women are younger and growing and evolving to already be in a situation or already be in a relationship.
Yo, prime is 25 to 30.
Because then, yeah, you're going to be able to use all those experiences to your advantage and to your best benefit. And you're growing into being that sure person that you are. But the issue is that there's a lot of women who, and again, I say it all the time, age is a gift, okay? It's literally a gift. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of women who believe that because they have this newfound intelligence, awareness, and all these things, that they are now deserving of a certain type of man at this point. And they're negating, again, the fact that you are going to have different options, different opportunities because you are no longer in your prime. Hence why we see certain women who have grown with somebody like Tia Mowry decide that they are now going to go out there and go experience something new because they're so deserving of, because they're at this new age and stage, instead of realizing like, yeah, you did grow, you went through the process, all of these things, but your options at this point are not going to be the same options that you had in your younger years. It's just the truth.
After 34, 35, man, think about this. When I cook some food, all right, it's cooked, right? Now I ate some, then it's leftovers. Then I put it in the refrigerator. After so many days, you got to throw it out. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Like, how long do Thanksgiving food last after Thanksgiving? How many days we giving it? 3? Then you throw it out. So that means if you cooked at 30, 35, we got to throw it out.
I think that he's also, his analogy was very, you know, I think he's also referring to use, okay? I think he's also referring to use, like just using his analogy with food. Thanksgiving food, I'm not gonna lie, that could last a little bit for me. Just for me, that could last a little bit for me. But I think he's also saying, like, when you are taking it out, reheating it, using it, putting it back, taking it out, reheating it, using it, it's going to spoil. And I think that also is true when it comes to relationships and when it comes to women. I know women are not going to like that I'm agreeing with that standpoint, but I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of women gain a whole wealth of experience that they think is going to aid them in a relationship, and it's actually doing way more harm than good.
At the end of the day, I know that it feels like there's women who are jaded because they've been with so many men and now they're cooked. I understand that perspective. But personally, for me, I feel so into my bag as a 30-year-old.
If you are jumping onto the new, the next opportunity that you possibly can, and then you get into that next relationship, you're still going to have that in your mind. So the minute that something isn't going your way, you're not happy, you guys are disagreeing, your automatic thought process is going to be abandon this relationship and jump ship, because that's what you have trained yourself into in your single 304, I'm out here, I'm in these streets, I'm outside phase. And so that does cause a problem.
Think about this. When I cook some food, all right, it's cooked, right? Now I ate some, then it's leftovers. Then I put it in the refrigerator. After so many days, you got to throw it out.
Now, I believe that there are differences, right? In every conversation, I believe there's differences, because you have some women who are put up, okay? They're not in the refrigerator, they're in the freezer. They are on ice, untouched, frozen in time, okay? They have not been overly heated, overly used, overly done for. And so I believe that, yes, it is still technically leftovers that are coming up out the freezer, but it's a very different, it's almost as if it was almost freshly cooked, but clearly it's not, because sometimes things be in the ice, they get a little freezer burn and stuff, but sometimes it's almost that same freshness. And so there's variations in every single conversation.
After 34, 35.
Does this mean that you are absolutely worthless once you turn 30 to 35? No, it does not. Does this mean that your worth as a human being is diminished after you age as a woman? Absolutely not. But the point of the conversation is talking about you in the dating world, in the dating market, and where you are going to be measuring up while you are dating these men, these high caliber men, or these men that you say that you want, where you are going to be sitting on the totem pole. That is the whole point of the conversation, right? So if you are married and you in your 30s and you offended by this conversation, he's not even talking to you, okay? He is not talking to you. If you are, in your 30s, 35, 40s, whatever, you are in the dating market, he is talking about not in retrospect of you existing and you not being important and not being a loving person. It's your the place that you're going to be in the dating world. That's the only other way I could put it.
How hard is it in the dating world now?
Oh my God.
What is it like out there for a single woman?
No,
I've been single for 5 years, so I don't know what this world is like out there, but I know it. But from what I see and from what I hear, it is tough.
It is very tough.
They're not going to be the same as when you were in your quote unquote prime. And he put the prime as like a later date too. A lot of people believe it's way younger than that, again, because of biological things that are happening literally in a woman's body at that time, right? Men, women are born with the amount of eggs that they will have, but women have a window before, they're going to have certain issues or complications before they have their first child. You see a lot of women who have, children when they're younger, and then they, later on have children in their 40s and it's easy for them or whatever. It's different. But before you have your first child, there's a certain window that's available before it becomes hard on your body, your organs, more stress on you, stuff like that. Again, there's peak, hormonal times in your body that are optimum for you to bear children. Those things start to change. Men don't have that. Okay? A man could be still kicking and thriving, be 80 years old and have a newborn baby if he wants to. We've seen it happen in our communities 100%. We even see it happen the other day with Robert De Niro. Okay? So it's just the truth of the reality, and it might come off harsh or whatever, but logically speaking, it 100% makes sense. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your point of view on everything that he had to say. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.
Rivah TV.